Hello and welcome back to the Second Chance to Live channel here on YouTube. I'm happy to see that you decided to stop by to watch this video presentation. Thank you. To read today's article, I'll put my glasses back on and bring up the article. I want to thank you for your time. Here's the article: Resentment, Forgiveness, Letting Go, and Singing Our Song. Yesterday I attended a support group meeting where the topic of resentment and forgiveness was shared by one of the members of the group. When the topic was tabled for discussion, my initial thought was letting go. As the discussion moved around the circle, as people shared, I thought about something that I experienced on the way to another support group meeting the previous Wednesday. The experience. After parking my car, I walked to where the support group meeting was going to occur. This support group meeting, as with many support group meetings, is held at a church. As I walked toward where the meeting was to be held, I saw a man dressed in a suit. The next thing I saw was a hearse pulled into a parking space, which was behind the church. I gathered that the man was a funeral director and asked him if there was a funeral scheduled. He said yes, and I continued on to the meeting. After the meeting and on my way back to where my car was parked, I stopped and looked into the hearse. I looked into the hearse not expecting to see anything, as I thought the casket had already been moved into the church. Instead, what I saw was a blue steel casket unattended by the funeral director. As I saw the casket in the hearse, I thought about the finality of life and the body lying lifeless in the casket. Reflection. After seeing the casket in the hearse, I walked back to my car. The image of the casket there in the hearse, unattended, reinforced the reality. When I'm dead and gone, my resentments will no longer matter to anyone. Resentments unresolved are going to go with me to the grave with no meaning or purpose. Reflecting on this reality, I had another spiritual awakening. Unless resentments are resolved, they will continue to hurt me. Unless resentments are resolved, letting go will be impossible. Unless resentments are resolved, I may never know or sing my song. Here's a couple of quotes that I really like that are very poignant. Resentment is like taking poison and waiting for the other person to die. And that's by Malachi McCourt. The second quote, holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of harming another. You end up getting burned, by Buddha. With this realization, I'm reminded that realization, I'm reminded that resentments held onto only serve to poison me. With this realization, I'm reminded that resentments held onto only serve to burn me. With these realizations, I am reminded that resentments only serve to injure and slowly kill me. With this realization, I am motivated to resolve my resentments so as to stop taking poison and stop picking up hot coals. What I shared with the support group. I shared what I had learned through my experience with the hearse and the casket. I then shared the realization that unless resentments are resolved and let go of, resentments will only keep me stuck like a deer in the headlights, stuck believing that I am a victim of my circumstances. I went on to share that I have the ability to step away from the headlights through working in inventory and through a grieving process. And then I say, see my article by clicking on this link, the link is to an article called Action Steps, in which I share steps that have helped me to process and work through my resentments. And I'll include a link to the article so that you can come to the article and click on this link. Excuse me. By letting go of my resentments, I am able to move away from the headlights. By letting go of resentments, I am able to stop believing that I am a victim of my circumstances. By letting go of my resentments, I am given the ability to use energy once depleted to discover my song. By letting go of my resentments, I am given the ability to take and make other choices. By letting go of my resentments, I am given the ability to take steps to sing my song. By letting go of my resentments and by forgiving, I am given the ability to get on with my life to sing my song. By letting go of resentments to experience forgiveness, I will not be among those individuals who are living their lives in quiet desperation. By letting go of my resentments to experience forgiveness, I will not be among those individuals who go to the grave with a song still in them. Most men lead lives of quiet desperation and go to the grave with a song still in them. And that's a quote by Henry David Thoreau. This is the end of the article. Again, I want to thank you for your time. Before I go, let me remind you of something that I need to remember. Please do not give up on yourself, your process, or a loving God. More will be revealed to you and to me with time. The pieces of the puzzle will come together in the correct order and at the right time. I'll say so long for now. Have a great day, and God bless both you and your family. Bye now.